Peace, blessing, much respect, much love. It's your boy, the Ghetto Guru, aka Sean Go, coming back again with your second topic. I told you I'm gonna give y'all two today. So this one is gonna be, in order for where God is taking you, you gotta transform. In order where God is taking you right now, you gotta transform. One of the hardest things in life is to change. One of the hardest things for a lot of people is to transform, to evolve, to adapt to the environment. A lot of people don't like change. A lot of people don't like self-improvement. A lot of people don't like being accountable with themselves. Not only other people, but just with themselves. Of being like, I gotta be better. I gotta do this. I gotta give this up. I gotta cut these people off in order to go to where God is taking me, or where I want to go in life. And the next level that God is taking to a lot of us, you gotta learn to transform. And when I say that, I don't mean like just start acting brand new and just start being a disrespectful person. I mean like transform as far as like mentally. If you're a person that people could get inside your mental very easily and break you down or tear down your confidence, that's something you got to work on, because the level that God is taking a lot of us and the things that we asking for, we got big dreams and big goals and aspirations. You can't have a weak mentality where you going. The bigger and the better places that we get into, in the bigger rooms, there's going to be more vulture people. They're just going to have more smiles. The bigger and more better places we get into, the contracts is going to get bigger. So we got to be on point to be mentally strong, to be able to know when somebody's trying to run game on you, to know when somebody's trying to get over on you. We got to realize and know these things and work on these things now, because we can't take that same weak mentality, not saying you're a weak person, but we can't take that same weak mentality as far as letting people break us down by just what they say or what they do or what they trying to do to break our confidence down. We got to build a better, stronger mentality to let the things roll off us. Emotionally, you got to transform with that. If you're a person that's high-headed, a person that can't take criticism, I'm not talking about people judging. I'm talking about like constructive criticism that's going to help you, that somebody actually is trying to help you grow or get better, whatever it is that you're doing. You got to transform and work on that, because the level that God is trying to take you, or the level that you're asking for, you can't go with those same weak emotions. You can't go to that level being high-headed. You got to learn. People's really going to be testing you even more on those levels, because they want to trick you out that bag. They want to trick you out that role. They want to trick you out that seat. They want to trick you out of that accomplishment. They don't want anything they could do, or any weakness they could see in your emotions, they're going to tap into that. People like pressing buttons. That's part of what pressing buttons is. People like to test you and see where you weak at. Where can I tap into your emotions to see where you react at? You got to work on that if you're a person that is hot-headed, or you're a person that's very weak in your emotions. If somebody say something to you and you crawl up into a shell and then you don't want to talk no more, you don't want to be around nobody no more, you start crying or whatever the case is. I'm not saying that you're not human and you can't have feelings, but to go to that next level that you're asking for, and when God is trying to take you, you got to work on that. You can't be easily letting people get you like that. So if you're high-headed, you got to work on calming down. Whatever it is, it's different exercises, different things you could do to work on that. You got to learn how to control that. You got to learn how to see that far ahead. Like, oh, okay, this person said this because they're trying to get this reaction, or they did this on purpose knowing that I don't like that. I just told them this and they did it anyway just to see my reaction. So we got to think. That's back to getting they mental strong, like I said, because next is the emotions. So when you're thinking, you're not going to react as fast. You're going to be critically thinking first. That's why you got to do the critical thinking, so you don't react first. So you think before what you do. A lot of people don't think before they do something. They just react off emotions, and then the next thing you know, they're like, damn, I should have thought about that before I did that. I just messed it up. Or I just jumped to a conclusion, and that really wasn't what it was. I was just in my emotions. So that. Transforming spiritually. You got to be where you asking to go, or in that next level, guys, it's telling you to go. You got to transform spiritually. Your discernment got to be better. That's back to what I was saying in the beginning. Being able to vet people better. Thank you, God. That's the word I was looking for. Being able to vet people better. Being able to see things ahead of time. Seeing exactly what somebody's trying to do. Paying attention to whatever the contracts are saying, whatever the deals are saying, whatever people's offering, whatever you trying to pursue. Anything. You got to be spiritually in a place that's stronger than where you at, because that discernment is going to help you stay away from those people that's not meaning you no good. or helping you cut off people that never meant you no good, that you're trying to take with you, and they can't go with you to the next level because they're gonna mess everything up, or they're gonna hold you back from your growth, which is a problem with a lot of us. We don't like cutting people off that we knew, or letting people go because we thinking we a bad person if we do that. We thinking that we mean, and no. Best believe if these people had the chance to go to the next level and they had the opportunity, they're gonna cut us off with the quickness. And a lot of times we probably not even a detriment to them. But that's just the selfishness of some people. I'm not saying everybody. So we gotta start thinking critically again, start getting out of our emotions and think logically and be like, all right, I gotta be spiritually in a better place. I gotta be spiritually working on myself. I gotta be spiritually working on my temple. I gotta be spiritually working on my connection more with God, so I can hear God more, so I can see God more, even if it's not in your waking life, in your dreams. A lot of us get messages in our dreams. That's a lot of confirmation for a lot of things that we're looking for answers for. Excuse me. So that's, again, we gotta be mentally in a better place, emotionally in a better place, spiritually in a better place, even physically. There's gonna be times you're gonna have to work on, going to bed on times is better. Working on your health, taking care of yourself more. The more you go up to them levels, the more your energy, thank you God, that's what I meant. The more that you go to them bigger levels and the levels that God has taken a lot of us, your energy gonna have to be more up. You're gonna have to be taking care of your health more. You're gonna have to even start working out. You're gonna have to get physically stronger for different reasons. There's gonna be many different reasons why you gotta get physically stronger, but those are some of the reasons. You have to have that energy up. You gonna have to, when your energy is up, be alert. You're more invested in things. You have the time, and you have more effort to put into the time of doing things. You're going to need all of those things. All those things are going to matter to the next level that you're going to, that God is taking a lot of us towards. So, like I said, you got to be mentally strong, emotionally, spiritually, physically, all those things. Mentally, all that. If I ain't say mentally already, but these are all things that we got to learn to transform into, because when we become better with those things, that's when we transform into the person we're supposed to be. We always started, it's just like Pokemon. We watch all the Pokemon start on a certain level. It's the reason why they had them evolve, because after a certain level, when they put in that work, they worked on themselves, they did whatever they had to do. They did whatever they had to do on the battlefield. Eventually they evolved to the next level. It's the same thing with us. We start off as this. We was doing certain things. We learned, we was on the battlefield, which is the battlefield is life, learning, putting in work. And then as we grew, if we paying attention and listening and building that connection with God, the universe, and ancestors, and people in the environment you're around, we learn to adapt to the environment. We learn how to transform ourselves into a higher version of ourselves, which is the goal at the end of the day, to keep on transforming and evolving to your higher self, doing what you need to do on this earth, fulfilling your purpose, so before you get out of it, before you graduate to the next level, whatever realm you're going to next. So that's part of the transforming. Well, if we don't work on these things now, we're never going to get to that point we're trying to get to. And even if we do get to it, you're not going to be ready. You're going to fumble it so badly. And best believe it's hard to get back to those levels that easy when you ain't ready. So this is why God is telling a lot of us, yo, you got to work on those things. You got to work on your mental if you had a weak mentality. You got to work on your emotions if you easily swayed. Oh, thank you, God. That's another thing with the emotions part, especially if people was easily able to manipulate you, easily able to get in your head. That's part of making your emotions stronger. So people don't know how to do those things to you. So, or you're not even know how to do those things. You're not allowing it. You can see it coming. You can know when somebody's trying to do that to you. So that's all those things. The mental got to be stronger. Stronger mentality, stronger mindset for fulfilling your goals, not getting distracted easily. Physically, you got to be stronger. Spiritually, you got to be stronger. So your discernment is up. So your connection is better with God. So all those things is intact, because when you get to that next level, you got to be a different version of yourself than the version you know now. And that doesn't mean you got to be rude to people, acting disrespectful, or just be a whole different person, like you acting brand new. That's the way I want to say it. But it got to be a different version of you that, yeah, people might not recognize you, but it's a better version of you. So it's not like you're gonna be disrespectful or anything like that, but it's a better version of you. And a lot of times people not gonna recognize us as this new person or this new version of us. Not even say new person, but this new version of us. Some people are not gonna like it. Some people gonna hate it. Some people's gonna be for it. But it's not for them. That's back to the people pleasing. It doesn't matter what they think. It just matters what God told you to do, what the universe is bringing you towards, and what your ancestors is bringing you towards. Because that's what the mission is about at the end of the day. It's not about pleasing man or woman. It's about pleasing the higher self, the higher source. You doing what the universe needs you to do and what your ancestors need you to do. And whoever's for the journey is going to be there for that new version of you. Whoever's not for the journey, they got to go to the wayside and you got to leave them behind. So that's the message for the video. In order to go to the next level that God has taken a lot of us, you got to learn how to transform into that new version of yourself. You can't be scared of growth, you can't be scared of change, and you can't be scared to adapt. Because a lot of these big rooms and these big places we're being called to go into, the vultures is going to be that much slicker and that much slyer and that much smarter. So you got to, just like Jay-Z said, learn how to move in a room full of vultures. It's the reason why. Because you're going to have to learn how to work the room. And that takes transforming into another person, not even another person, another version of yourself, a higher version of yourself that's better aware, better intact, better in tune, and more of a stronger mindset to get to where you need to go. Because everybody's not going to be coming with a good intentions the higher you go. So you're going to have to know how to move in those rooms full of vultures. You're going to have to learn how to adapt to your situations. And that's the only way you're going to be able to maneuver to that next level or through that next level and make it out without, you're going to go through your battles, but I'm talking about make it out without you being fully effed up. So that's the message. Hope everything is well with y'all. Keep doing your thing, stay focused, and just remember that we don't like change. We don't like letting go of certain things that we was doing for a while or letting go of certain versions of ourselves, but we can't take our old self to this new higher level that we're going to. So you got to change certain things. You got to go back to the drawing board, make some things tighter, fix some things, change some things, throw some things away. You might have to throw some people away. It sounds harsh, but it is what it is. So do what you got to do so you could go to that next level and be the version that you need to be in order to stay there when you get there. Because like I said in the videos before, a lot of us get to those places, but we don't know how to maintain it. So it's not about just getting there. It's about getting there and having longevity to have it. So have yourself there for as long as you need to be. So peace, blessings, much respect, much love. I love y'all. Keep doing your thing. Like I always say, whether we run, whether we jog, whether we sprint or crawl, because life is that hard. Sometimes you can't run, you can't jog, you can't sprint. Only thing you can do is crawl to your destination. But like I always say, somehow, some way, we got to make it to our destination someday. So peace, blessings, much respect. I love y'all. Keep doing your thing. Until the next topic. Peace.